The teachers that work with me have been with me now for 19 years. Their influence on me gets ever stronger, and so the healing I'm able to bring through for others gets more and more profound. I hope you're going to enjoy tonight's show. Second half, we need some men up here, I reckon. There was another gentleman as well. Oh, yes, I know, I remember. The man that doesn't really believe in all of this, hey? He'd be good for telly, wouldn't he? Come and join me on stage. You... All right, well, we can bring a chair down to you if you can't. Excellent. Give him a round of applause. Okay, so if this gets better, this is going to be good, isn't it, eh? Right, so what's your name? Colin.
Colin.
All right. Now, who dragged you along tonight?
Kirsten, my partner.
It might be Kirsten that into the interval says you don't believe in this. You don't, do you? But we've got to have piqued your interest now, haven't we?
You have, yes.
Right, okay, so it's your right knee.
Yes.
What's happened to it?
Apparently I've damaged the padding behind my kneecap.
You have.
And it's swelled up and it's getting better though.
She's getting better. It's going to get better very, very fast, apparently. So you'll see, when I become arrogant, the doctor's inside me. It's like, okay. He stayed with me through the interval, usually disappears, but he likes a cup of tea. I don't normally drink tea, but when he's around, he does like, and it was a nice cup of tea, so thank you, ladies. He was very impressed with the tea. Now, what's happening for me, so there's just the left hand moving very gently at the moment, then behind both of my, hang on, this one's going as well now, ouch. Behind both of my knees, I can feel work's being done, and also under the soles of both of my feet. Now, any sensation? Nothing yet? No? Now, one of the things that can happen, which might be humorous for you, it's not too humorous for me, is these entities don't walk on our floors because they're not physical beings, and so he'll try and walk in front, and of course I have to go down the steps. Sometimes we forget that, yeah, because he just like hovers. Now, what I saw happening then was it looked a bit like cotton wool just being thrown out, quite a big piece, probably about 8 inches by 4 inches, just being pulled out of the leg and discarded. Right, just try moving the knee for me to see how it feels.
Yeah, I have to. It's normally tight here. It's actually.
Told you this would be good.
Yeah, you could have something.
I could have something, couldn't I? One of the things that's quite intriguing me is, I don't know, did any of you see the little article in the Harwara Star about I'm here and surgeons are going to do surgery through me? Like, I probably couldn't get away with that in England. Somebody jump on me and false advertising and all the rest of it, trading standards. And I'm just sort of curious to see how long I can get away with this stuff in New Zealand. I'm not saying anything false, it is real, what I do. But there's got to be a lot of people that think, this is ridiculous, she can't say this. And then I'm going to say, well, come along to a show and see. That's why we're calling the show Seeing is Believing, because unless you see it with your own eyes or experience it yourself, great. I'm so glad I wore trousers tonight. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? But what it's showing us is that we think of our bodies as solid, but actually there's a whole consciousness that exists beyond this physical form. And this entity that is talking through me at the moment, he's a teacher in the spirit world realms. So he can help us understand things about our bodies and about life that we don't yet get. And they help with all manner of things. It's not just physical conditions, it can be emotional stuff, it can be finances, it can be career. They help us on all levels with all things. But we have to learn how to ask. Now, give it a go.
Still a little bit near, but...
Some people are so picky, aren't they, eh?
It's definitely more flexible than it was.
It is, eh? Yeah, that's right. He's not finished with you yet. It's a regular thing that everybody then goes to the audience and that just it doesn't come back, you know. And sometimes people say, "Will it return?" No, not unless you go and do something silly like try and climb Mount Taranaki. No, you've had surgery now and it's just released. And it was like, as I say, it looked a bit like cotton wool. It was a bit more yellow. It was a bit like, you know, you'd insulate. You know, we used to have that fiberglass insulation. That's what it looked like, and that was just out. Now, some people think because I do this, I must have all the answers. I don't. I have probably more questions now than I did before, but at least now I'm asking the right questions. Yeah? One of the things that really baffles me is, look, if these entities exist, which I'm here to show that they do, and they have this intelligence, how come the Earth's in such a mess? How come we don't know about the existence of these beings? And one of the main reasons is that in some religions, they've said that this is taboo, this is evil, we shouldn't be talking to the spirits. Yet in many indigenous cultures of the world, they do talk to the ancestors, they do talk to the spirits. Yeah? And these are good guys and ladies. Some lady doctors here tonight as well. Okay, this arm's going off. Sometimes he forgets that I'm only little, and my arm tries to lift up higher than I can physically raise it. There we go. At different times of the night, you'll see me also staring. I seem to be staring into space. I'm looking. It's a particular frequency that is coming through me at that time, and it's linked with the position of my eyes, and that's as much as I can tell you at this stage. Off again. So this is the hand that's doing most of the work. Good time for photographs again. Right now something's being pulled out and it's being taken back here. Okay, now we're going to get you to stand if you would, please. Okay, and try walking. How is that feeling?
It is a lot better. Not 100%.
I thought it would be.
It's a lot better. Yes.
Yep. Walk a bit further. That's right. Now, what's happened here is that because this condition's gone on for a while now, in his mind, he still remembers it hurting. So the entity's just removing some of that now. Any sensation in the knee?
No.
Okay, now try walking again. You got up easier that time.
definitely...
It's definitely getting quite a bit better, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah,
it is.
we've not finished with you yet. Sit down again. See why I love coming to my shows, eh? Because I'm like, you're watching it thinking, bloody hell, this is good. Right, here we go. There is no limitation on what is possible. Right, there's a little bit of a twist in the knee that's now being worked on. And while I'm doing this, the entity's just said we've to look at your back. You've not mentioned your back, have you?
I've had the odd issue with that.
Right. So the entity would like you, please, just to stand. If you can come and stand here. All right. And I'm just going to move these out the way for now. That has to go. Just move that out the way, sorry. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming through at the moment. It's like, bliss. Right, and then walk around again, please. See, every little thing's making a bit more of a difference, eh? How's it feeling?
Oh, yes. It's getting there.
Yeah, we won't need those crutches, I don't reckon, but we're just going to get you to sit again once more. Mm-hmm. Okay, because it's feeling like they're now going to do very detailed surgery work, which has baffled me because normally I'm really close when I do that. There we go. All right, there's a part within the knee that's got to be stretched out. There's a part that's got too tight. Can you relate to that? Is that how it feels?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they're just going to do now. And it's like if you were to knead dough to make it elastic, that's what's happening. And this is at the top of the knee. So like at the end of the thigh going into the knee. He only needs to use this hand, hence why this one's on my hip. Feel like I'm a teapot. Now, while I'm in your energy field, I get given the name Lynn. Do you understand who Lynn is?
No.
Okay, so don't let the wife get worried at this stage. It's not like that. So don't let the wife get worried at this stage. It's not like that. It's all right, I think the entity has a sense of humour. Okay, so there's a teaching coming through and it can be received individually, but it can also apply to everybody here. The word is discipline. And in our lives, we can exercise self-discipline or not. Now, what is appropriate self-discipline? Because in some areas of your lives, you may be setting goals or standards for yourself that are actually, in terms of the bigger picture, absolutely pointless And in other areas of your life which are absolutely critical, there's no discipline. Now, so to understand where it is important to have discipline, you need to understand who you are. If you don't understand who you are, you will set goals in the wrong area. Yeah? This arm's aching around here, which is a similar joint to the joint. It's different, it's not a ball and socket, but that's how he's showing me that that's what's being done. Right, they're removing aching. Now, if you look at the word discipline, it's the word disciple plus the word in. Discipline. Yeah, and when we bring our awareness inwards, we start to experience who we are as a feeling. But too many people try and intellectualize and think about who they are. You're not a thought, you're capable of thinking. Who you are is like an experience or a resonance. And so by bringing your awareness inwards, you start to experience who you are beyond this body and beyond the name that your parents gave you. Okay, so I'd like everybody now just to close your eyes for a moment. Just close your eyes, turn your awareness inwards. Okay, now when you bring your awareness inwards, does this body that you inhabit, does it feel solid? Or do you just feel spaciousness inside there? And what you'll find is that within what you think of as your physical form, there are thoughts, there are feelings, sensations, but there's not really a feeling of density. You don't feel like 200 pounds of meat, do you? When you bring your awareness inwards. Not quite sure I'm twisting my body around at the moment. There we go. So, when we bring our awareness inwards and we ask this all-important question, who am I? Very often we don't get much of a response. You may get thoughts flitting through your consciousness, but who you are can't be expressed in words. Who you are can only be experienced, and so to experience who you are, you need to go beyond mind. So just taking time each day just to connect with who you are without trying to put it into words, just experiencing the essence of who you are is a very good spiritual practice. Now, when you think you are a physical form, you tend to set goals for yourself about this physical form. You might want this physical form to have nice clothes or a nice car or a nice home, or to weigh a certain weight or look a certain way. You're identified with a physical form. When you understand that you, as well as being a physical form, you are a spirit or an essence or a consciousness, then what becomes important to you is experiencing yourself as that consciousness. And many people on this physical level, on their deathbeds, they're not wishing they bought more clothes or a nicer house or a better car. They suddenly realise that they don't know yet who they are, and that the life that they've lived may not actually reflect who they are. And there's a great sadness when they realise that they've missed such a fabulous opportunity for experiencing who they are. And these are all about stubbornness and not being flexible. The right knee is to do with the future. And so it may be that in your mind you've got an idea of where the future's taking you. The entity is suggesting you let go of that idea of who you're going to be in the future, and focus more on who you are now as an essence. The essence that you are is vast, infinite, capable of incredible things. Don't limit yourself to the ideas in your head. Right, now the entity wants you to try walking, if you would. How's that feeling?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. A round of applause. Now, I want to see you go down there without those? Do you think you can?